thought it'd be fun to do some videos and talk about my influences and show some of the points of their playing that I like and kind of took and put into my playing. If you like this, please subscribe to my channel. I plan on doing a lot more of these. If you do, I'll know you like it. So. Over the years, when I get into a player, I just buy everything by them and try to learn as much as I can, learn all the solos I can note for note, and then I just sort of interject a lot of that into my playing, and it comes out at different spots in the course of a solo or a song. I just have all that to draw from. One of my biggest and earliest influences was Ritchie Blackmore. Ritchie's just an amazing player. What really appealed to me about Blackmore was he was so melodic and his rhythmic sense was just excellent. I mean, he really syncopated the notes. And another thing that Ritchie did a lot was he would staccato the notes even when he wasn't muting, which that's all over my playing. I got that from him. Like, instead of going where you just kind of hold the notes down, there would almost be a space between each note instead of that makes sense. My next door neighbor sold me 3 albums when I was like in 9th grade maybe, and they were Black Sabbath's debut album, Black Sabbath Paranoid. They both were the original, like, green. I remember they had like a green label on the album. And then the other one that they sold me was Deep Purple made in Japan. And I went home just to listen to those albums. It was unbelievable and mind-blowing, you know. It was like all the cool parts that I liked with Kiss amplified, you know. And the thing about Ritchie that really appealed to me, his rhythmic sense was so cool, as well as his note choice and his touch, you know. The thing is with Ritchie is he might play a line where it sound different than a lot of guys, where a lot of guys might go like, Ritchie would play that same timing wise, but he'd staccato the notes where he'd kind of pick his fingers up. So it was really defined. And that just really appealed to me. Another thing I really liked about Ritchie was just his rhythmic sense, like I was talking about, was just so cool. And he would mix up scales, like in that song there, he would take the blues scale, like C blues, then like a Dorian scale, or in this case, instead of C Dorian, we're going to play A flat major, same scale. He'd mix those notes up, get that like a cool run. That run slow is. And that shift in there was really huge for my playing, which I talk about all the time, because you're playing on one string. Then later in the song he does something, if I remember it, which is kind of the same thing. One thing that's different about Ritchie than a lot of the guys that play like Ritchie or really influenced by Ritchie is that he does a lot of upstrokes. When he's switching strings, he'll do upstrokes, where a lot of guys might play a line where they're doing more downstrokes. A good example of this would be like this run, where you're going to play a blues lick, and then you're playing 3 on the first, 3 on the second, 6 on the third string to get that flat 5 blues note. That's a really tricky little lick because you got a lot of cross picking going on there. Here it is slow. Now I just alternate pick that. You could also do that where you're kind of sweeping that, I guess. That old staccato style was really big on me with Ritchie. Another thing that Ritchie did that was really cool was he would syncopate licks, like where he might go. So if your beat's here, he'll take a common, but he would phrase it where it'd go across the bars. When he does that, I just love that. You can do it with a blues lick. And then there was all the great riffs. Just all those killer riffs. I just love that. Kind of Phrygian sounding thing there. That's another thing where he'd throw the harmonic minors in really cool spots. He might do it off an A minor chord. Just throw that. he might mix it with a blues scale. I still listen to him all the time. I think my favorite albums are In Rock. I like the self-titled Deep Purple one's really cool. Then In Rock. Fireball was great. Machine Head, just awesome. All those cool riffs. Whatever it is, I forget some of these now. But Who Do You Think We Are? I really like Place and Time. Is that the name of the song? That really cool blues song. Stormbringer, the title track's phenomenal. There's a lot of great stuff on Stormbringer. The first Rainbow album, it's just everything on that. You know, Rising, well, can't say more about Rising. That's such an influential album. Long Live Rock and Roll is great. Down to Earth, Eyes of the World, all that stuff's phenomenal. I really like the Joe Lynn Turner era also, like I was playing the Spotlight Kid thing. I like all three albums he did with that. My band got to open for Ritchie actually in 1996, and it was really cool. And that was with the Doogie White tour, and they were all great. I like a lot of the Blackmore's Night. I really love the newer songs he put out. All that stuff's just awesome. Yeah, but that staccato and the light touch. And the syncopation. I credit a lot of that to Ritchie. Like, there's a lot of Ritchie in there. Well, there's some things that caught me about Ritchie's playing, and I really had fun showing you this stuff. If you like it, please subscribe. That would be awesome, and I'll do more of these. Thank you, and take care.